Pisces collective, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, Pisces Venus, and Pisces Mars. I feel like whispering here because it's really like getting midnight almost. Looking the moon, full moon in Libra, and starting your last reading of the full moon in Libra. Pisces, you're the last sign. You get a beautiful number 8 fairy tale fight. Your Venus is currently in Pisces in retrograde, going indirect. But this Venus is in the fairy tale realm and very Piscean realm indeed. Beautiful. Look at this. There is like stories to tell, stories to remember, memories to make. Anyway, this is the Venus energy here. You have currently crown chakra energy, being a guru and king and queen, highest chakra energy. Beautiful as well to end these readings. To you Pisces, I have put a little decoration here inspired by the Katy Perry's music video, Dark Horse. I have a little bit this kind of Pisces woman in power. Pisces man also can be very intuitive, like a typical tarot reader. So let's start looking forward. We start with this kind of dark energies. So in my readings, I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. Today, the facing the shadow happens with looking what could be your life trap in your life where you're falling into, and it is like a snail. There's two. So first one is outsider, inner belief, I don't belong to anywhere. So the belief work is like, if you want to heal this, you should like flip the belief, I belong everywhere. I belong into this world. Like if you believe I don't belong anywhere. Then there is a shortcoming, lacking, inner belief, I'm useless. Then indeed you should start to understand the life is not about being useful or something. It's like you are beautiful as you are. See as you are. And all this kind of leaf mentality, like you can be blown like a wind, in the wind like a leaf. Like yes, you can find better ways to navigate to be the root and not the leaf person. Just stick to the more solid grounds. Anyway, interesting. This is also kind of snail and a leaf with this dreamy woman. Reading book. Now we see them. This was now the life trap card, so just be aware of this kind of life trap you can fall into. Can hinder your growth. Now we're gonna see the Mars. Mars is currently in Cancer, so we have this 2 water sign activated. What is in your relationship dynamic? Polar opposite. This could be inside of yourself, animus also, but this is like now showing. The masculine is moving on. Number 8, 8 of Cups. Letting go of something, moving on. Beach. And then maybe I read immediately these things before we go forward. So many books. I put everything already here. So fearless fight is the fairy tale fight. Let's see that first. Pisces. Storyteller. Einstein said, if you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. A book is not the sum of its parts, or it would be tree and pulp and glue. A book is a portal. Step through, read your fairy tales. Let them challenge the way you see the world, your current situation, your own life. Let yourself be silently drawn by the stories that you love. Once you have dwelt in a book and absorbed its truth, you do not return the same. You come back into your own life with new perspectives, insight, and knowledge you didn't have before. These are weapons in the war against mundane reality and have the power to forever change the way you handle challenge. This is encouraging you to just be reading more fairy tales. While the masculine here is like it is kind of a birthright Pisces to believe in the fairy tale. I know like Kurt Cobain was a Pisces too, so like he was very good with the lyrics. Maybe you have the skill of words too. So embrace that abilities. Now moving on. Eight of Cups. This 111 page number. Mars masculine energies in this container. Change, cycles, stagnation, authenticity. Change is a necessary part of the natural world. This is also true of relationships. As a person evolves, so must a relationship or it will stagnate. This card is a reminder to examine your current relationships to see if they still feed your soul and help you grow. Are you staying in a relationship because it seems okay and there's no real reason to end it, but you feel like something is missing? Do your relationships have substance and bring you joy? Are you able to be authentic self in your relationships? The card suggests that it may be time to walk away in some respect. This can be an actual ending of a relationship or simply taking a break to soul search. This is your time. Give yourself the space and permission to determine what you need and what you want, and then decide if it can be found in the current relationship as it exists now. If not, it may be that important time to make some essential changes. Kind of inward, going inward in both sides a little bit. I didn't even know this. Both is having a number 8. So it's completely like a mirror energy. The other one is just going inward to read fairy tales, kind of fantasy world, escaping a little bit. Other one is just escaping the actual situation, to change the scenery, to go traveling, for example, to have like a little fresh air, walk in the beach, have a clear mind. But number 8 is repeating. Now we see forward with this Book of the Shadows deck. Eros and Psyche in this full moon. This is relationship related full moon. Full moon in Libra. So the relationship, even a generation trauma is highlighted. Are you able to heal it? Maybe this is happening, the healing happens in this way. The Piscean universe. Here is Eros, and then what is the Psyche? Thank you. Eros is, wow, magician, action maker using all the aces. This can look like it's ace, but it's actually a magician using all the elements. So really, this could be a very artistic person, like Kurt Cobain or any artistic Pisces is like masculine, is taking this kind of stage. Then we have the female Psyche love here is coming with the 3 of Swords, a little bit piercing swords. This here is looking into crystal ball, very Piscean style, looking answers. And which one is this? I think it's a Saturn. I think we have to read about the stories. Anyway, this is coming to show you this. What is this Eros Psyche connection here? I was right to put this fortune teller here. It shows here. Maybe you like to do divination. Maybe you are into this. It shows in many ways here already. Magician is also the one who has this table. Same way. I think I have to start with that. I'm always feeling the things advanced before I see the cards, like in the form of objects. That's where my reading goes. Like I decorate the place, I start like that, and then start to call the energies in. So Where is this magician? It should be here in the beginning, but I don't see it. Here. So this is the Eros, kind of like a little flame in your relationship. The elements. Although and magician. Although this card image looks very simple, there is much to be said about the elements. A solid understanding of the elements is an important part of pagan worldview. We'll go into more detail, okay, in the nature elements in the minor arcana in this book. Magic is the intentional use of personal will to partner with nature to create change in the world for the greater good of all. When we speak of nature in this context, we mean all that exists. Everything that exists is made up of energy. Understanding how each person and thing reflects and responds to energy, the characteristics of energy in general, and the laws governing energetic behavior is the foundation of effective magical practice. All energy comes from the divine. It is part of and connected to the divine. Energy has characteristics based on its elemental makeup and on the individual person or thing expression of its energy. There are also ideas about how energy behaves. Many people use the 7 Hermetic principles as a guide to understanding this behavior. These principles influence pagan magical rituals and spell work. The principle of mentalism, for example, is reflected in the emphasis placed on clear intent and conscious effort. The principles of correspondence and vibration influence why we use certain tools and ingredients in various spells. The principle of rhythm is acknowledged when we pay attention to the timing of our magic. Yes, the timing is everything. I'm also using certain spread related to timing. What we are currently having, what kind of seasons and everything. There may be some confusion about so-called positive or negative energy. Because all things are part of the divine, it isn't useful or accurate to think of energy in terms of good and bad. Instead, there is energy that isn't appropriate for situation or that is no longer serving your highest good. It's coming to this kind of letting go. What is that kind of energy you have to let go? You are the captain of your soul. Divine energy, at least in most pagan practices, is divided into 4 types of fire, water, air, and earth. These are not literal elements but archetypal, and each has its own characteristics. And although they are not actually fire, water, air, or earth, we understand much about their characteristics if we think of what they are named after. For example, fire, which is associated with human will, fuels passion, power, and transformation. It warms, protects, activates, and burns. Water, which is associated with human emotions, facilitates healing, dreams, and secrets. It cleans, soothes, provides flexibility, and erodes. Air, which is associated with human intellect, governs logic, truth, and communication. It liberates, provides a cooling breeze, or creates a tempest, like a storm. Yeah, I'm talking about this reading is gonna be like a perfect storm. We are rising the elements. And earth, which is associated with the physical body, reigns over manifestation, fertility, and stability. It is heavy, comforting, nurturing, and slow. As pagans seek to understand the nature of the elements, they usually establish a relationship with elementals, creatures that are rather like nature spirits. They embody and watch over the elements. Each element has its own elemental. Salamanders for fire, sylphs for air, undines for water, and gnomes for earth, like in this particular deck. I was talking. So still about this card of magician, being the Eros in your love relationship. This card shows both the elements themselves as well as human hands. In traditional tarot decks, the aces of each suit are often depicted with a hand holding the suit designator, representing a gift filled with great potential from the universe. Here the hands represent that, but also something more: the ability to work with and direct those energies for conscious co-creation with the universe. This is very traditional meaning of magician card, and it is also the definition of magic, the ability to work with elemental energies to consciously co-create with the universe. Yes, and I'm even having here in this reading YouTube live, so you could co-create with me. So we would be more than one making this reading, but not many people say much. Let's go forward. Anyway, this would be just shortly said. Skillful use of resources, focused will, insightful understanding of a situation. Having a clarity. Maybe it comes with reading books, like this person is totally turning that way. Now, the female psyche had this kind of Three of Swords, which is totally the crystal ball. What is that message here? It's about scrying, so what we are kind of doing, like seeing the future. The Three of Air represents finding the truth by looking at something with different eyes or from another point of view. Just as reflective scrying surface is different than a mirror and shows hidden yet significant information, so we find unperceived yet important truths when looking at something through a different lens. So it's like finding a way to connect your like a deeper subconscious mind to find the answers, find the guidance we all have. If you are connected to a higher self, actually it's more like the superconscious that we should also not to the underneath. These hurtful emotions are actually very dark. So if you want to really be guided, I'm just giving you now this advice. Always use positivity and the higher energy to solve a situation. You don't get solution with the lower energy. You have to be in the high position, higher than the actual problem. So anyway, the Saturn is here. What is that? Rise above the storm cloud like an eagle. That's what you need. So Saturn message here is, while Jupiter is the life of the party, Saturn reputation is less favorable. Known for challenges, restrictions and hard work, Saturn benefits are often overlooked. Saturn rules our ambitions, goals, careers, achievements and long-term plans. These are all worthy things that often shape our lives to a significant degree. With achievements from kudos and recognition, but with Saturn, these are all hard won, and it is in the winning of them that Saturn true gifts are given. Our journey toward the realization of ambitions is filled with serious choices, including how we deal with authority figures and obstacles. We confront success and restrictions and must determine how we face them, overcome them, or work with them. Through this, we gain experience and wisdom. Life lessons are taught and learned or repeated. And the Six of Fire brings a conservative, serious energy. This, of course, ruling planet of Capricorn, also very work indeed related planet. Situation must be reviewed and analyzed, and decisions made with calculating precision, for what happens now will determine future trends. Much can be won, but not without a cost. So this is serious energy here. Maybe there's some serious matters that indeed you have to read books, you have to turn inside, you have to kind of be ready to move on and let go. It doesn't serve. Somebody's already asking a question. I'm gonna read this a bit later. Now we focus still on this reading. Crown chakra energy, highest guru energy. How you can serve others is also in the table here for you. If you want to really be service of others, always good for everybody. To share your wisdom with the world. Let's see, current feelings of your person, Pisces. This is full moon in Libra reading for Pisces and collective. Pisces. And this one. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. go out and get busy. Tail currently. Yeah, this is indeed the person, the masculine side of Pisces is doing this. It's not time to be stagnant. It's time to be like a magician taking action. Free me by Mnefex. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mop, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. I'll be the best. Above the rest, put me to a test. It's a little bit like the same. This is Saturn career related ideas here. Current feelings of a person. The world around you is only beautiful when you are at peace with the world within you. Dark Horse by Katy Perry. It's in the palm of your hand now, baby. It's a yes or a no, no maybe. So just be sure before you give it up to me, give it up to me. Okay, so there is really something to do with this couple is a little bit turned away from each other. If this is a couple, but this is like a really, like if Piscean couple would be in a relationship, it's choice to be together or not. It's almost like yes and no, and then Piscean woman is really going inward to look this crystal ball even. But yeah, there's some kind of crisis here for some reason, maybe within yourself even, what you want. But there is a twin flame connection. that is, of course, runner and chaser is part of the twin flame connection. So here we have twin flame connection pushes to face their shadows, heal old wounds, expand consciousness in a ways they may never have imagined. The age gap amplifies this process. So telling about that this could be dealing with the twin flame connection, and the one twin is younger than the other twin, or older than the other one. So here we have, let's see, next secret love message now. Pisces. It is the heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. So yes, angels see the big picture. You could also try to see the big picture. There is like a more than meets the eye. And here, sacred destiny still, then I get the question from a Pisces. So if you are now Mrs. Pavan Payapati, if you are Pisces, I answer, but this is Pisces sacred space. So the question should be coming from us, Pisces. This is a Pisces sacred destiny. Leadership. This kind of polar bear image. Yeah, many times women mistakenly think that the man should lead. It's like the woman is need to know what she wants also. It's not only like be like a submissive, that's typical woman behavior, but still like this leadership could be here to see like, yes, you can be your own boss, deciding what you want, be firm about it, you get it. It's a maybe dark feminine quality, this to be assertive, to be strong, to be this kind of bitchy woman, even sometimes that you need to say no to things that you don't like. North Star. In Western culture, we wish upon a star because the stars represent all that is illuminating and enchanting. They symbolize aspiration, illumination, inspiration, imagination, and wonder. Native people use the stars to find their way in the night. The North Star was often used as a kind of compass to make sure one was going in the right direction. The North Star symbolizes direction and guidance. It is guiding light for those who can't find their way. It's one of the brightest stars in its constellation. The sacred landscape wants you to know, Pisces. Just as the North Star is beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are teacher, steward, guardian and healer, a true leader. Own these gifts, come into the light, don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. Really, this crown chakra energy is showing like this is the highest energy. Use it good for everybody, becoming if possible even leading others. You have got a good point. If you have been hiding in the background, it's time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your star shines brighter. So this was now the general Pisces reading. Is there, now I want to hear from the audience. If you want to have a free reading with me, you have to be Pisces. So you have to admit it. Yes, I'm Pisces. And then I can take your reading. I'm going to start to clean this table. See if any fishes are swimming around, wanting to have answers. If not, I also can rest my voice because I've been a bit sick. And still I did this reading, so it's been a huge work for me. Thank you for being here. It's always easy. I prefer to do my reading like a completely empowered, but now I did kind of exception. I was sick. Still did it. Oh my god, accident happened. I have to... Let's put this. Oh my god, I have to really close this light before anything bad happens here. Okay. We are ending this reading here. There's no Pisces saying they are Pisces. That is what I need from the audience. So thank you for watching this. This was your full moon in Libra reading, and I wish you everybody happy times. Bye.